Hello, welcome to this Rowing Essentials video where I'm going to show you the basics of the rowing stroke. Now I say basics, remember that no matter where you are on your rowing journey, no matter how many years you've been doing this, no matter your level of experience, these points that I'm going to show you are key no matter where you are. So we will always be thinking about these points of the rowing stroke. So whether this is the first day on your machine or the 40th year on your machine, hopefully this will be useful to you and remind you of some things that you need to think about. So basically the rowing stroke is broken down into three parts: the legs, the body and the arms. Very simply, we break the stroke down into the leg drive, the body open and the arm pull to finish off the stroke. We combine all that to create a long, flowing, powerful, strong, continuous stroke. But first of all, let's break them down into those different sections. So we start off with the legs. Now, why are the legs the first point? Well, the legs are the strongest muscle in the body. They're the biggest muscles we have. They are our driving pistons for the rowing stroke. So if we can utilize the power we have in our legs, we're going to initiate and create a really strong, efficient, powerful stroke for ourselves. And if we can engage the biggest muscles in the body first, we'll get more benefit from the physical activity we'll do. We'll improve our metabolism, we'll improve our power output, we'll improve the rhythm we create in the stroke so we can go for longer. So there's a lot of benefit from getting the leg drive right first. That's why we use the legs. How do we use the legs? Well, very simply, we sit nearly as far forward as we possibly can. Remember, we want our shins to vertical. If we can get to that position at the catch at the front end of the stroke, remember, it's okay for our heels to lift off the foot plate, and all we need to do is push the legs back. That's the start of the stroke. That's the initiation of the power. That's where all of our momentum comes from in rowing. The leg drive. Very simply, sit on your machine, strap in and push the legs. So what's the next part of the stroke? The next part, after the leg push, or during the leg push I should say more accurately, is the opening of the body. Now the body, the torso, the core, is the next biggest mass of muscle we have in our bodies, really. It's the biggest mass of weight also we have in our bodies. So we need to use that. We need to embrace the power we have in our core and use it in time with the legs. So we initiate the stroke with the legs, as we've talked about, and then around about halfway through the leg drive, we need to start opening up the body and adding to that power and momentum we've created with the biggest, strongest, most powerful muscles we have. So halfway through the leg drive, we then start opening up this angle we have and bringing the shoulders and the back through to create an even longer, even more powerful stroke. So we can practice that. It's an exercise we put in all the time in our rowing sessions, where we just push with the legs and bring the body through. So very simply, those are the first two stages of the rowing stroke. It's easy. Push with the legs and bring the body through. One thing to be aware of, and this is really common, it's common for people who've been rowing for years, and it's almost the most natural thing to do. And that is to initiate your stroke, not with the legs, but with the body. It feels more natural when you're starting off in the sport, in rowing, in this movement pattern, to open with the body, to start the stroke with the body and the arms. we kind of have to reverse the natural feeling we have. We kind of have to do the opposite. We have to force ourselves not to do that because we really want to use the legs first. It'll take time. Don't worry, accept that, embrace that time that it takes. You won't get it right immediately, no one ever does. And you see people crossing the line first in the Olympic Games, still opening their body a little bit too early. So don't worry about it. We can get by, we can get everything we need done if you do that slightly. But I want to encourage you to think about pushing with the legs first and leaving the body angle over and waiting, being patient, only opening the body halfway through the stroke. So we have the legs and the body. Those are two major powerhouses in our body. We have a strong stroke now. We have a powerful accelerated drive coming back. What do we do next? What's the third part? Well, the third part is the arms. Now, despite what we think, despite what you may think, I might think, our arms are actually pretty darn weak. And they don't really add much power or acceleration or score time, speed to our stroke. But we need the arms to add what they do add, but also to keep the length of the stroke we have long. Because what we're trying to do is we're trying to create a long, strong, powerful stroke, and the arms allow us to add to, at the end, what we've done with the legs, with the body, now the arms. So we start off with the legs, we bring the body in and we finish off with the arms. So all we're doing is pulling the handle to the body, and that happens about halfway through the body opening. So halfway through the leg drive, we bring the body in. Halfway through the body swing, we bring the arms in. And it all happens in sequence, one during the other. So just have a go at that. Legs, body, arms. Legs, body, arms. There's a lot to think about there. It is very simple, but it's not easy. It's simple, but hard. And it'll take, as I say, take a little time to get that sequence of movements right. But just remember, the stroke is broken down into three parts: the leg drive, the body opening, and the arms to finish the stroke. The arms are there just to keep the length and the momentum going for as long as we can. So that is the main part, that's the powerhouse, the main part of the stroke. That's the basics to our rowing stroke. If you can ingrain that, embed that, practice that, over time it'll become more natural and your speeds will increase, your efficiency in rowing will increase, and the benefit you get from spending time on one of these beautiful machines will become more valuable as well. I'm going to finish off with a final thought, because that's only one direction of the stroke. We of course have to return back to the start to do it all again. And we call that return the recovery. And all we're doing is pushing with the legs, bringing the body through, finishing with the arms, and then doing the reverse on the way back. So on the reverse, we move the arms first, and then when the arms are straight, we then bring the body over, we rock over, we call it, we rock over the body, and then bring the legs up. So we reverse everything we did on the way back. So it goes legs, body, arms, arms, body, legs. Legs, body, arms, arms, body, legs. Get that saying embedded in your mind, and every stroke you take, say to yourself, legs, body, arms, arms, body, legs. And before you know it, you'll be producing beautiful strokes in perfect harmony, in perfect symphony with each other, and you'll be going for hours and hours, getting great workouts in on this amazing machine. Any questions you have, don't ever hesitate to contact me. I'm more than happy to answer any questions. And if that is confusing, I'm more than happy to make another video explaining it in a different way. But those are the rowing basics. We start with the legs, we bring the body in, and we finish off the arms. And on the way forward, on the recovery, we do exactly the opposite. There we go, super simple. Enjoy, see you next time.